This is K2 News at 6 on your side.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us for K2 News at 6. I'm Deborah Knapp.
And I'm Ray Casway. We begin tonight with the story of some Portland neighbors who feel terrorized.
They live next to a home at East Burnside that has been taken over by squatters. As you'll see in Steve Dunn's City and Crisis Finding Solutions report, it took an impassioned plea in front of City Council to start to see hope that they'll get out of this mess.
Request of Elizabeth Adams to address council regarding property safety concerns.
Welcome, Elizabeth. Thanks for being here.
We feel victimized by the irrefutable safety issues which happen so often. So we have a deep compassion for our homeless. But that doesn't mean that we should have to live in fear for our safety each and every day.
When Elizabeth Adams broke down in front of Portland City Council, it was as if so much of the city was bearing its soul.
I understand I'm a small fish in this ocean of concerns, and I understand I live in the poorest, most crime-ridden neighborhood in our city in Hazelwood. But I'm begging you for help.
A city that has watched an increasing number of people crying out for help, with little satisfaction that their pleas are heard.
Because it's nonstop, terrorizing us all the time.
They were stripping cars.
They just have free reign. It's just scary.
This is the house right over her fence that caused Adams to drive downtown and sit in front of the council. This is the abandoned shack that's inhabited by varying sizes of homeless groups. And it's where this happened. On February 15th, a massive fire set from that home spread quickly, causing one neighbor to think the whole block was about to go up in flames. If not for the quick response from Portland Fire, it may have. The next day, another fire, and neighbors say they happen daily. Then there was this. What Elizabeth says was a drive-by shooting. Portland police do confirm that a drive-by shooting was reported on March 6th.
A lot of it's just coming and going.
For Adams, her husband Jacob, and neighbor Armand Martins, the constant turmoil has been a part of their lives since 2021. They are exasperated, culminating in that city council speech.
We were at the end of our rope. When the big fire happened, we were terrified, for the next, and even now, I'm on the security cameras all the time, terrified there's going to be a fire. I'm on them when I'm at work, because I still have to go to work and pay my bills and, contribute to the taxes.
During our visit, someone from the city of Portland stopped by to post a notice to vacate.
Hello, anybody in there?
He tells us it's not the first posting. And you can see one of the signs torn off, tossed on the ground.
Oh, there it is right there.
For Jacob Adams, it's become a matter of survival.
It's horrible, when you have propane tanks igniting next to your face, screaming to your wife to get into the house so she doesn't get hurt. It's traumatizing. I think a lot of these people don't want to change.
Neighbor Armand Martins has seen enough in his 53 years in the neighborhood to write a book. But this isn't the chapter he was hoping to end on. He would like to move, but knows his property has been devalued, and he's worried.
My bedroom's right next, it's just a few feet away. And I'm hard of hearing, and it's sometimes you don't know whether or not you're going to hear what's going on, and to be able to get out of the place in time.
So what happens now? I did reach out to the City of Portland's Director of Community Safety. Stephanie Howard wrote, "I can confirm that I've been in touch with the neighbors and I'm committed to finding solutions. I'm getting up to speed on the history with this property and looking to find ways the city can address the problems." The Adams and Armand Martins hope those solutions come soon. They anticipate more sleepless nights, more drama next door. They see this as a microcosm of a much larger city problem. They feel compassion for the homeless people next door, but can't go on this way. And as bad as it's been, they know it is not just them.
I know when I drive through Portland, I see a lot of it. When I go through downtown Portland, I see remnants of
tinfoil, needles, uncapped things. I grew up in North Portland in the 70s, and it was, different than now, but this feels way worse.
Well, you might be wondering about the property's owners. They are Aaron Mitchell and Rosa Casares. Our producer spoke with Rosa on the phone yesterday, and she says she sympathizes with the neighbors we spoke to and points to the growth of the larger homeless problem in Portland as the driver of these problems. She says they are trying to fast-track a demolition permit to tear the house down and plan to send a team out to their property next week with a dumpster. We asked if she shares the same sense of urgency about the problems as the neighbors. She says she does. Elizabeth Adams says she's hopeful that something will change soon. She also tells us that the city attorney is now working on the case.